So I commend him for packing up and leaving. Like, I do. Hey y'all, welcome back to Positive Vibes. It's your host, Kimmy. First things first, pause this video and go give this video a thumbs up. And if you have not hit that subscribe button, go and hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on so that you can be alerted when I post. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, I also want to give a heads up to anybody new to my channel. I am a mother of 4, so if you do hear noise in the background, that's who that is. They're kids. I cannot, stop them from playing and making noise and everything like that, and I will not, because kids will be kids, and you're only a kid for so long. So yeah, if you are interested in my content, keep watching. Woo. All right, honey child, listen. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. It's a lot. I feel so bad for Chrissy right now, y'all. Like, I really do. So we're going to go back a couple of videos where she had to move by herself. She was 8 months pregnant at the time, and she was moving her entire house by herself because her husband decided to leave. Now, she did have help from the kitties. Give credit when credit is due to the babies. They did help mommy out, so that was a blessing. But she should have had more help than she did get. So that's the reason why I feel like she titled her video the name of that. Now, her moving by herself, she should not have had to move by herself, but since her husband decided that he wanted out, she had no other choice but to, move by herself. Now, is it the end of the world? No. People do it all the time, but she shouldn't have had to do it because she's married. And here is where my opinion rolls in about her husband. He's wrong for allowing her to do all of that by herself. He's not wrong for leaving, but he is wrong for when he chose to leave, because you could tell that he was pretty much done, or he was physically there, but he wasn't mentally there a long time ago. So he was wrong for choosing to leave when and how he left. He was not wrong for leaving, however, and I'll get more into that in a second. So him leaving kind of put her in a tight spot. Like, she has 8 kids. She's pregnant with baby number 9. Her mom is there, but she did mention that her mom is kind of sick and stuff, so her mom can't really help her the way she would be able to help her if she were not sick. And then she moved to a state where she doesn't have like the help that she would normally have if she was back in Colorado, but she's not there anymore. So she's like in a whole different space and everything like that, and she pretty much was left to fend for herself. And I think he was so wrong for that, because you shouldn't have to do that. Like, especially not if you made a commitment with a man, and you guys vowed to stick around for better or for worse, and then as soon as shit starts to hit the fan just a little bit, you get spooked and you leave. Like, it was just so wrong. So he was wrong for that. Now I'm going to address what I said earlier. He was wrong for leaving when he did, but he was not wrong for leaving in all. Now, he should have, been a man about it from jump and said, 2 babies back, even before they had Junebug, possibly. I don't feel like he wanted to leave before they had Junebug, because when he met her with 6 kids. He knew that she was a mother of 6, and he still pursued her. He still, wanted to be with her and all of that. So I don't feel like her having the 6 kids before him was a big thing for him or whatever. But I do feel like he more than likely checked out after they had Junebug, because then it was 7 kids. He already had kids with his other baby mama. I don't really know too much about that situation, but he did have kids prior to Chrissy, just like Chrissy had kids prior to him, and then they had one together. Now, if you go back to their Q&A video, he disclosed that he didn't want no more kids. He was done having kids. They were set, they had enough. I feel like when she got pregnant with Blaze, or possibly before she got pregnant with Blaze, that he was like, no. And he probably told her he did not want to have the baby. But, a woman, it's your body. At the end of the day, it's your choice. Whether or not you gonna keep your baby or not. Because mama's babies, daddy's maybes. That, I don't know. That saying sounds harsh, and then it kind of plays into daddy's always thinking that they could just get up and walk the fuck out. I hate it, but it's true. Us women, if we got up and walked out, we would get backlash for how you just gonna leave a child that you carried for 9 months and blah 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 blah. Y'all know the whole spiel that you can get for, if you're a mother and you decide to just up and leave like a man does. Well, okay, so I'm getting off topic. Like I said, I don't feel that he is wrong for leaving. And the reason why I don't feel that he is wrong for leaving, and hear me out before, you get all hostile with me and everything like that. I don't feel like he's wrong for leaving because I do not believe in no way, shape, or form. I don't care how long y'all been together. You could be together a year, 30, 40 years. I do not agree with any couple staying, whether you are married or just living together, cohabitating. I do not agree with any couple staying together for the sake of the kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you are not happy, leave. And the reason why I say this is because you are not doing anything but hurting the child in the long run. You are teaching and showing that child what a negative relationship is. Because when you stay and you're not happy, you're going to clash. You're going to hash it out all the time. And it could be just little stuff not refilling the ice trays, just little stuff that will trigger you and will start an argument. Oh, you left your socks on the floor, you left your underwear. Now that's nasty. Put your underwear in the hamper. But just little stuff is what I'm saying that will trigger an argument and cause more harm than anything with the kids. Then the kids gotta watch mommy cry. They gotta listen to y'all argue and fight. And then a child is innocent. They don't know. They don't want to have to pick and choose who to love. Do I love mommy or do I love daddy? Who do I have to? You should never put your child in a place where they have to pick and choose who they love. Never put your child in that predicament. And I feel like if you stay in a relationship because you're staying for the sake of the kids, that is what you're putting your child into. You're forcing your child to watch you and your child's father, or vice versa, you and your child's mother hash it out and go through something when y'all don't have to. If y'all don't feel that you guys can work things out, then split up. The kids can still have a damn good household with two parents that don't live together, that are not together. You know what it's called? It's called co-parenting. You could be damn good co-parents. Your child can still grow up with mommy and daddy, and they see mommy and daddy are happy. That is what a child wants. They want to see happiness. They don't want to see you crying all the time and all that other stuff. So when I say that I agree with him leaving, I'm saying that I agree with him leaving because they don't deserve to have someone in their lives that does not want to be there. Unless you actually want to be there, don't be there. So I commend him for packing up and leaving. Like, I do. Was he wrong the way he did it? Yes. He was damn wrong, because you don't pick up, you don't get 3 kids in and decide, like, when I'm getting ready to have the baby, or damn near close to having the baby, that you want out. No, he picked the wrong time to leave. Like, he should have at least, if he was going to leave, he should have at least made sure that they got to the next spot, and decide to sit down and have a conversation with her, and not leave like a little ass boy and leave in the middle of the night. Who does that? He could have moved with her. He could have helped her pack up, make sure everything got moved over to the new spot, tell her, honey, we need to sit down, we need to have a talk, because this is, I'm not here. Like, I'm not here. I'm physically here, but I'm not here, and I don't want to be here. And I feel like she would have had no choice but to respect him more as a man for being honest, because it takes some balls to do that. They are married, but just because you are married doesn't mean you have to, you gotta be, no, marrying someone does not keep them. Having babies with someone does not keep them. If they are not there, they are not there. And she can't force him to be there, just like she can't, sit there and wait on him to come back. Don't do that. Like, no. You keep letting him have an open door policy, he gonna keep doing it over and over and over again. And the reason why I say that is I'm speaking from experience. I've dealt with that stuff before. I never was married, thank the Lord. He kind of showed true colors and stuff like that before any of that could ever take place. But the reason why I say that is because I've been there. I've dealt with certain stuff, and I will say that they will only do what you allow them to do. Flat out. What she allows is what will continue. And I know she knows that. I mean, she's a grown woman. She knows that. So her moving on her own, it should have never went down that way. It's sad that it did go down that way, because especially with all her complications, her being pregnant, with all those type of complications, she should have never been put into that predicament. And he was wrong. I'm not siding with him on how he left. I'm just saying that he wasn't wrong for leaving. He was wrong for how he left.